Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa coming to you from Beautifullymeandyou, de Bellamente y tú y yo. And today we're going to be doing a reverse budget for the month of November. And if you're asking yourself, what is that and why is it needed? Then continue to watch because you're going to see it all play out right here. Let's get right into the video. All right, before we get started, let me explain to you what I mean by reverse budgeting. There are those times where you have flexibility in the amount of income you can create and the amount of income you can pull in. There are certain instances and certain people who have a variable amount of money coming in. Now, reverse budgeting isn't going to be for everyone because remember, there are times when you might be a salaried employee, so you get a set amount, or let's say you're on a set income, like you get a Social Security check every, once a month. Those are not the times when you can necessarily do reverse budgeting unless you have a side income. But where reverse budgeting does work really well is if you can vary the amount of income that you have coming in, especially the more control you have over how much you can bring in, the better, right? So let's say you have opportunities to work overtime on your job. And maybe you don't always want to, but you'll do a reverse budget to see how much overtime you need in order to accomplish certain goals that you have. Or possibly you have some side income that comes in and you want to hustle a little bit harder this month so that you can bring in extra money in order to balance out the things that you want to accomplish within the month. That's what I call reverse budgeting. You actually look at what you want to accomplish first, and then you roll backwards and start talking about the money you have coming in and how much additional you'll need. And you'll see this play out throughout this video. I'm going to break down my whole month of November by using the reverse budgeting method. So just stick with me and you'll see how it all plays out towards the end. So to get started, we're going to first need our budget planner. I'm going to be using the Easy Cash Budget Extended Weekly Planner. This planner is available in my Amazon storefront, link down below, as a physical product, but it's also available on my Etsy store as a digital download. This one is for weekly pay periods, but there's a pink one that's available for bi-weekly pay periods as well. It's pretty much similar to this. So yeah, we're going to first start by moving the cat and get on over to the month of November. I actually worked backwards with my budget, and that's because many of you know that I am a nurse and I work as needed. So I only have to work 4 shifts per month, but if I want to make extra money, then I can work extra. And so I'm going to hustle hard to get where I need to be for this month. I kind of made a master plan of what I want to see accomplished. And then if there's any extra, I even got plans for that, okay? So what I did was made out a plan of everything that I needed to do, and I'm going to share that with you here today. We're going to work it all out together. I'll even talk about which savings challenges I'm hoping to complete this month. And if I need to get in and pick up some extra shifts at the hospital, trust me, I'm going to do what I got to do because I got things I'm trying to finish out this month specifically. And we'll worry about December closing out the end of the year a little bit later. But for right now, let's talk about the month of November. All right, so I don't have a special pen today, but I have a pen, okay? So my goals are going to be stay on track. And that's financially, okay? I need to stay on track financially this month. That is the main goal. That's how I'm going to list it. That's what I'm going to talk about. So I did jot down some notes over here on the side of what my bills are and things like that. So I'm going to be referencing that because I literally wrote down everything I needed to do and then figured out how much income I need to make. And hopefully it'll all work out. If not, like I said, I will be jumping in the hospital some extra shifts. So instead of talking about income first, let's talk about everything I'm hoping to accomplish. So that's how I worked out the budget, and that's how I'm going to explain it to you guys. First and foremost, I have to pay my bills, right? I have no choice in that matter. Georgia Power, I know it's $187. Y'all, my bill finally came down. I'm telling you, maybe this cold is actually going to help me. Stream, which is my gas bill, is on a fixed rate, and it's $195. That bill would probably go up, being that it's winter and we turned on the heater. But it's not even winter. What is it? It's fall. And we turned on the heater. But because it's on a flat rate, I think, it's going to be fine. AT&T, if she can write another T, that is going to be, I'm going to budget for $300. Last month, it was a little bit more than what I budgeted for, and I don't have the bill yet. The water bill, I don't have as well, but I'm budgeting for $165 because that's about where it's been. And it might be a little bit less now that my older son moved out. We're not washing as much clothes. So if there's extra, you already know where it's going. I'm going to show you. Line of credit, is for my HELOC loan, and that's $130. And then Xfinity, which is my cable and internet, is $220. It's right around there. It sometimes is like $217, sometimes it's $222, but that's like right around there. All right, so we need the calculator. Mr. Calculator, come on in the building, babe. Come on. There we go. All right, so for my bills, 187 plus 195 plus 300 plus 165 plus 130 plus 220. So that is $1,197 that I'll need to pay my bills. Now, I used to do a budget this way before I started cash budgeting. And I think I told you guys my mom was the first person who introduced me into budgeting. She didn't do cash budgeting, but she definitely worked out a budget every single pay period, and she worked out one for the whole month, and then she would kind of break it out just like I do here. When I first got into it, I asked my mom for her help. And as she was helping me to set up, she was telling me to write it out this way, in the fact that you're writing out everything you want to accomplish, and then you aspire to work to get enough money to accomplish those things. And because at that time I was working 2 nursing jobs, I had the opportunity to work as little or as much as I wanted. There's always extra shifts at the hospital. If you're a nurse, you already know. And so I used to write out my budget, and my mom would tell me like, okay, for this next period, this next pay period, you're going to need an extra $400. And I'd be like, okay, let me go do an extra shift. And I might do an extra shift that would result in like maybe $1,000. And I would give her $400, and she's like, you want to put more towards some more bills, or you want to take some more money? And I'm like, no. Let's go ahead and write into $800, and I'll take $200 extra to spend for myself. So we always worked backwards on my budget, and it worked really well. Here recently, though, I've been having enough, to do what I need to do. But because I want to hit certain goals for the No Sinking Fund November, and I want to finish out certain challenges, I calculated and added up how much those are. And so I'm working backwards to make sure that I have enough to do those things. And that means I might have to go in extra on nursing. I might have to push harder on Etsy. Just things have to happen in order for me to hit my goals. So that's the backwards way we're doing it today. All right, so we're not going to have anything remaining just yet. Let's go ahead and talk about cash envelopes. I'm going bare bones minimum this month. I'm not considering this a no spend month because, I still can spend money. I have money in my sinking funds that I'm not contributing to, but if I need to go get my hair done this month, I'm going to take some money out of beauty. So it's not really that. But I just don't want to excessively stuff my cash envelopes when I'm trying to hit goals for sinking funds this month. So I'm doing bare bones minimum. All right, so let's talk about it. Date night, I am going to do $75. Now that's enough to maybe pay for a mediocre date, okay? We can go out to dinner maybe, or hit a movie and get some snacks, But one time me paying this month is enough. First of all, this is my birthday month, y'all. And so, yeah, he's going to already do a lot. I already know. So I'm saying if I have to pay for one date night, okay, fine. I'll have enough. So I'm just going to hold that. Plus, I think I have some still left from when I stuffed the last time. All right, let's see. Weekend fund. Kind of the same premise. I don't want to get crazy. I'm going to do $100. Jason's been asking me to go to the mall because he needs some new winter clothes, and I'm going to take some money out of the clothing fund and we're going to go. But for weekend fun specifically, I'm only going to take $100. That means we might have to do a movie. We might have to do a quick little dinner or go bowling. Something simple that's not going to be super, super expensive, and we can maybe get in at least one activity every weekend. All right, next is Stunkin'. And you guys know I love my coffee, but I'm going to be honest with you. I started drinking Premier Protein espresso. Is it espresso? No, cafe latte by Premier Protein, which is a protein shake, coffee flavored. And I add some Busy espresso blend into it. And I've been making my coffees at home, and they've been sufficing. So I'm going to try to get my coffee out of some grocery money that we're going to budget for. But once in a while in the month, I do want to splurge. And this is going to be about 4 trips because my coffees are about $3 per trip. So that'll be about 4 trips. I also have a $10 card from Fetch that I can load onto my card very easily at Starbucks. And so I'll be able to get more there. All right, next is groceries. Groceries. I'm only going to do $500. I'm not putting anything into grocery sinking fund because we're not doing sinking funds this month. But for groceries, I'm going to do $500. And we do already have some groceries in our house. We always have, I feel like, a lot of basic things. But we might need some meats, and we might need fruits, milk, bread, those type of staples. And then, of course, my coffee and my protein shakes. So $500, I'm really going to try to make that work this month. And I might bring you guys along on my vlog channel, kind of showing my grocery hauls, and that'll show how I'm spending that money. Dining out. Dining out is one where I'm kind of going a little bit out there. I put $200, and that leaves us about $50 per week, which literally is maybe 1.5 times. You know, maybe I'll get Jay something out to eat one time for like $15 or $10 or something like that. It seems like it takes no less than 10 no matter where we go. But he's like a Chick-fil-A guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not really like a McDonald's guy. So so it takes at least $10 at Chick-fil-A to get something for him. If he wants to get a salad, it's $10. So maybe that'll be $10 one time, and then that extra $40 will be for us to get something when we head out on the weekend. You know, something like that. So $50 a week, which is $200 for the month. That ought to be enough. For myself, I should be taking none, but I'm taking $50. And that's because I get lashes. I, sometimes want a little snacky snack while I'm out traveling about. Sunflower seeds is my weakness, y'all. I live on sunflower seeds. So I don't want to have anything for the month. So this is a little over $10 a week. That's not a lot. And then gas is the last one. And I'm going to put $200. The card doesn't really take $50 a week. I think it takes more around $30. But just in case, I don't want to have to take a trip to, let's say, go see my daughter at college, and I don't have enough because I'm over here being skimpy with gas. So that's where we're going to go with gas. Now let's add all this up and see where we're at. There's 75 plus 100 plus 20 plus 500 plus 200 plus 50 plus 200. All right, and that is $1,145 total. Okay, so as you can see, we already need $11.97 for our bills and $11.45 for our necessities. So after that, we're not doing any sinking funds, as I said, including giving, because the giving is going to go towards the savings challenge that was sent to me by Judy Price for our 12 days of Christmas giveaway. Okay, just so you know where giving is going. So let's go ahead and talk about savings challenges and college binder. Most importantly, college binder. And that I want to put $1,000. All right, so I added up all of the savings challenges. Now let me write those on the next page so we can kind of keep track to see what we actually get done this month. I even wrote down what was needed to complete these challenges. So let's talk about what savings challenges I'm hoping to do, and then which ones I'll be more than glad to do if there's extra. So first things first, I want to finish the character challenge. And that is this little flip book right here. Now, these are for sale in my Etsy storefront. They save $275 if you singly stuff them, which is what I'm shooting for. If you double stuff them, then they would save $550 because this is a double-sided envelope for each category, okay? So you could put $25 on this side, $25 on this side, and you would double the total amount of the tracker. Well, I've already saved some of it, and so I figured why not do the whole book this month? So that will be $218. That's how much I need in order to complete that challenge. Next, we're going to refer to the binder to see what we're going to do. And the next one up is the winter challenge. Now, if you guys have been here for a while, I had this challenge and I used to sell it at Etsy. It had the summer challenge on this side and the winter challenge on this side. I made the winter challenge $725, and each little snowflake equals $25. So as you can see, I still have $250 left to finish this challenge, and I want to use this for us to go somewhere during the Christmas break. And even if it's not enough to fund a whole travel, $725, it can be spending or gas or housing or something. And I'm going to use that towards our winter break. All right, next up is Christmas. If you guys have been here, you know that I've not completed my Christmas challenge. I do have some money in here. I wanted to save a total of $2,025. I have $1,525 here, and I still have $500 left to go to fully fund Christmas. And I want this one done by Black Friday. So yeah, there's another $500 for Christmas that needs to be done. Next on the list is the Let's Save $450, which is this challenge right here. I did add up not all these dots. I added up what I already had in the challenge, which was $109. and it's supposed to say $450. So I have another $341 for the let's say $450. $341. Oops, $341. Okay, so that's for let's say $450, and I want to complete that one in the back of this book. We are going to be moving out of this book and into the new black and white planner for the new year. So I wanted to complete that challenge before we move out of this book. So that's $341. Next up, we have build the blocks. So I counted up everything that was in here and I subtracted it from the $1,378 so I can know how much was left. And for build the blocks, I need another $654. We're over halfway there. This little challenge allows you to save numbers 1 through 52. And when you get done with all the blocks, you will have had $1,378 saved. On the opposite side is, let's say, for 2023. And since we're about to end 2023, I said I was also going to complete this, and that is $460. So we need for this side $654 and the other side $460. So let me go ahead and write those two down as well. This card I wanted to definitely get done before the end of the year, but I'm thinking later in the year I might put it on sale. And the build the block side is a very good challenge regardless of time. And 2023, I mean, even if we're in 2024, you could save $23, right? I mean, so yeah, okay. So there's that. And then the last one I want to do is let's save more. This challenge, and this is available in my Etsy storefront as well. It's a double-sided card. I added up this side and it's a little less than $100. There's only $105 to save on this side to begin with. So I'm going to save the rest of the dots, which I just estimated was about $100. And on this side, I started adding up the 20s and the 10s and everything else that I had left without exactly adding it up. And it came up to be about $300 that I need to complete both sides. So one side saves you $220 and the other side saves you $105. So it's probably more like $250 that I need, but I'm going to go ahead and put $300 for let's save more and the steps to save. But I'm just going to write down let's save more. Okay, so these are the things that I absolutely must complete. That's a promise to myself that I'm going to complete these challenges. Now, what am I going to do if I end up bringing in extra money? Because that is totally an option. And if that happens, then I'm going to work on let's write down here, extra. We'll say this or that. That's after these are completed, as well as the penny challenge. I still want to work on that as I can. Thinking about using some of my rollover 1s and 5s for the penny challenge. So if I have anything left in my cash envelope, it will be going towards the penny challenge all month long. I also want to work on this challenge and, I also want to work on this challenge by Judith Price that she sent to me so that I'll have some money for the 12 days of Christmas giveaways. So I'm going to put down here 12 days. And for that one, I know that I want to get a certain amount in there. So we'll come up with a specific dollar amount for the 12 days minimum that I'll be putting away. But let's go ahead and add up all of these so we'll know how much we absolutely need for savings challenges. 218 plus 250 plus 500 plus 341 plus 654 plus 460 plus 300. Okay, so that's $2,723. $2,723. And that is the amount that's going to go over here under savings challenges. Okay, that we'll need for this category. And then the last one is the 12 days Christmas for the 12 days of Christmas giveaway. And for that one, I wanted to bring this $2,723 up to a flat amount. minus 3,000. Let's say that. All right, so that'll be $277 minimum that I want to put in this category. So now that we have everything we want to accomplish for the month, so this is the reverse part of budgeting. We have everything that we want to accomplish. We need to add it up and see what we already know. All right, let's add it up. There's $11.97 plus $11.45 plus $37.23 plus $277. So that's $63.42 that I need total here. Minimum. $63.42 minimum. Okay? Let's talk about what I know I'm going to get. I know I'll have my YouTube income. And that luckily has already posted, so I kind of already know exactly how much I'll be getting. My YouTube income was $13.62. So I'm going to take the $63.42 minus $13.62. Oops. So I still need $4,980. We're going to say from Etsy that I will make $4,000. So that'll be $980 left. And I'm going to put nursing of $1,000. Now, I might make more than that for nursing. Okay, just to be honest, I might make more than that. But I only need $980 in order to make my plan all work. So let's see. So that'll be 63. You know what? Let me put 980. So I need a minimum of $980 from nursing, $4,000 from Etsy, and $13.62 for my YouTube check in order to make this plan work. So let's just go ahead and add it all up. $63.42 minus $11.97. That leaves $5,145 minus $51.45 minus $11.45. That leaves $4,000 minus $37.23 leaves $277. And then with $277 going to the giving, that will be $0. Okay, so that's how we reverse budget. And sometimes it works better to do it this way, especially if you know you have a way of making extra income. You need to see your bills. You need to see what you're paying so you know if you need to hustle a little bit harder. And trust me, it's been the incentive for me a few times before when my mother was helping me with my budget to say, let me go out here and do this extra shift. Let me go out here and work this little bit of overtime so I can make it work. And trust me, that's what I'm gonna be doing this month. If Etsy don't pull in the $4,000, we already know YouTube's solid, but if Etsy don't pull in $4,000, I'm gonna be picking up some extra shifts this month and doing what I have to do so I can get to that at least $63.42 and I can get all of my plan checked. I'm feeling like as soon as I complete a challenge, I'm gonna be highlighting. This is gonna be so satisfying to me to wipe these off because I got some new savings challenges that I wanna do for the new year. Some I've already shown you guys and some I haven't. And so, yeah, I wanna just clean up some of these ones for 2023 and be all ready for 2024. December is still another month that we can actually add to some other challenges. So don't worry, more things are gonna be done before the end of the year. And then I'll decide what I'm gonna do with all the cash. We'll count it up towards the end of the year. All right, so let me just write down the final numbers and then we'll be done for today. 63.42, 11.97, 11.45, 0, 37.23, and 277, and that's a zero-based budget. So yay! We ready, November, and I need to stay on track. Most importantly. So yeah, that is everything for this video. I hope you guys understood the whole concept of like reverse budgeting and why I'm implementing it for this month. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever tried to reverse budget before? Like plan out everything you need to do and then work on the income in order to get there. I know other people have done it when they freelance work because they know, okay, I need to get to this certain number by the end of the month so I can get everything done. So that's another way that you can actually budget. And another type of job that actually uses this type of budgeting. But yeah, that's everything for today. I tried to get everyone's Etsy's orders out right away because I want to start vlogging on my other channel. I know I've talked about it quite a bit and I'm going to be posting some videos over there soon. In order to do that, I needed to kind of like get Etsy orders out and on time. I think I have one savings challenge box that needs to be created and go out. And so you know who you are. Thank you so much for your patience. I will make that box and get that out to you. Everybody else, you should have received all of your things or at least got a tracking from Etsy saying they're on their way. I appreciate you guys for all the support on the savings challenge booklets as well as the Grow with the Flow booklet, the new scratch off challenges. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the love and all the support. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, whether you're new to this or true to this, put this one single emoji right here letting me know that you made it. Also, don't forget, share this video with others if you know someone that needs a little bit of help making up a budget, especially when you're unclear as to how much your income will be. You know how much you absolutely have to make when you reverse budget. And then secondly, like this video because it helps it to be suggested to others who might need this information. All right, you guys, it was kind of serious today. We got all the business taken care of. Now let's get on to the No Sinking Fund November. I'll see you very shortly with the cash stuffing, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.